Feeding some leftover turkey to your dog may have become a special holiday tradition. After all, who can resist the sight of those hopeful eyes during holiday feasts? Sharing food is ultimately our way to share our love. And as pet parents, there's just so much to be thankful for when it comes to our canine companions. Those wagging tails, their unconditional love, and that pure joy makes every day spent with them so special. While it comes natural to want to share some holiday treats with Fido to kickstart the holiday spirit, something we definitely don't want to include is a bout of tummy troubles or a midnight dash to the emergency clinic. Fortunately, our dog's idea of a treat is much simpler than ours. No crazy condiments needed. In this video, we'll be sharing what type of turkey is safe to share with your dog. Is turkey safe for dogs? Well, that depends. Are we talking about plain turkey prepared with your dog in mind, or the leftover scraps from your feast? If properly cooked and prepared, turkey is not just safe for dogs, but downright nutritious too, explains veterinarian Dr. Ivana Kernek. When properly prepared, turkey is a canine superfood, boasting high-quality, easy-to-digest protein that helps maintain your dog's strong muscles, supports his immune system, and powers essential body processes. But turkey meat isn't only about proteins. It's also a powerhouse of key vitamins like B2, B6, and B12, along with important minerals such as zinc, potassium, selenium, magnesium, and phosphorus. Not surprisingly, turkey is an ingredient that is commonly found in many commercial dog foods. It's also a go-to protein in many home-prepared meals, especially those for dogs with specific health needs. For example, plain and well-cooked turkey meat is the ideal choice for dogs suffering from chronic inflammation of the pancreas, says Dr. Kernek. But what about Thanksgiving or Christmas turkey? Let's be honest here. No one fires up the oven on Thanksgiving or Christmas with the thought, this turkey is just for the dog. The centerpiece of most people's holiday dinners is primarily crafted for family members, friends, or anybody fortunate to enjoy a hearty festive meal. But then come those pleading eyes or that little paw on your lap that reminds you that pets are part of the family too. It's way too tempting to just give some leftovers. But here's the kicker. That leftover turkey is cooked your way, not theirs. The problem is that all the seasonings, the butter, and all the rich extras that make our turkeys so delicious for humans is ultimately what can spell trouble for our dogs, explains Dr. Ivana. If you really want to feed some leftover turkey, here are some general guidelines to cut the risks. Feeding turkey to your dog. Vet shares what's safe and what's not. Your freshly baked Thanksgiving turkey may smell like a little slice of heaven to your dog, but before dropping a piece their way, it's crucial that you ascertain whether it is safe. No dinner feast is worth an emergency trip to the vet. Here are some tips that can reduce the risks for problematic side effects. 1. Remove the skin. That crispy turkey skin. While it's a beautiful sight on your festive table, it's loaded with fat. Just consider that a mere 3 ounces pack a whopping 33 grams. That's more than enough to trigger a bout of pancreatitis, a serious and potentially life-threatening condition, points out Dr. Kernek. It's therefore best to remove it. 2. Stick to white meat. If you're planning to share a little gobble meat with your canine companion, white meat is the way to go. It's leaner, lower in calories, and higher in protein compared to dark meat. Just make sure to trim away any fat to reduce the risk for pancreatitis. 3. Watch the spices. Seasonings and spices are what turn turkey into a mouth-watering experience. But to dogs, they can stir trouble from tummy aches to toxicities. For example, consider that turkey is often seasoned with salt, pepper, and other spices, along with onion, garlic, leeks, and chives, which can be downright toxic. According to the Center for the Study of Venoms and Poisonous Animals of Brazil, Allium species toxicosis is a danger to dogs because their toxic principles transform hemoglobin into methemoglobin, potentially leading to hemolytic anemia with Heinz body formation. 4. Skip the stuffing. Stuffing often contains onions and garlic, but there is another stealthy ingredient that could spell big trouble for dogs: raisins. Interestingly, 20 years after the first cases of dogs sustaining kidney injuries as a result of grape and raisin ingestions, the toxic component has been recently identified. Turns out it's the tartaric acid. This discovery is a game changer, shedding light on how a seemingly harmless fruit can turn into a serious health threat. 5. Skip the gravy. Gravy, while delicious, is far too greasy and could upset your dog's stomach. Make sure any turkey you offer hasn't mingled with all of these holiday hazards, warns Dr. Krenek. 6. Ditch the bones. While turkey bones may look like the perfect mix of a tasty treat and chew toy all in one, they may be a disaster waiting to happen. When cooked, turkey bones tend to become brittle and splinter easily, potentially causing risks for choking, internal injuries, and potentially life-threatening intestinal blockages. 7. Go small. Safe is a difficult word to use when it comes to dogs. Even if you assume your turkey is dog safe, it is best to always use caution. Any new food, no matter how wholesome and healthy you may think it may be, can cause an upset stomach if eaten in large quantities, especially in dogs with sensitive tummies, further warns Dr. Krenek. On top of this, we must factor in the risks for allergies. Poultry-based proteins can trigger allergic reactions in dogs. Allergies to turkey proteins in dogs are manifested with vomiting, diarrhea, hair loss, scratching, rashes, paw chewing. 8. Avoid raw turkey. Raw turkey meat puts your dog at risk of infections, considering that raw meat contains many pathogens, such as the bacteria Salmonella. This bacterial infection, called salmonellosis, can potentially cause gastrointestinal illness. Raw meat can be particularly troublesome for young puppies, dogs with kidney and liver issues, and dogs suffering from cancer. The bottom line: plain, cooked, deboned, and deskinned turkey is safe for most dogs, and it's best if served in moderation. But that Thanksgiving or Christmas turkey dressed up with all its trimmings? That's best left to the humans. This way, a healthy dog is one more thing to be thankful for this holiday season. Happy holidays!